The decisions, the changes, the highs and the lows. Which schools were feeling the blues? Which high school football players are ready to cruise? Austin, Texas was the place to be on February 6th for National Signing Day 2013. Some of the country's top recruits were in the capital city, and they had a lot of universities to choose from. The Southeastern Conference hauled in the most five-star recruits, and high school kids from Texas weren't content just to stay in the Lone Star State to play college football, as evident by these Team USA players' decisions.
It's an honor to wear USA because, I'm going to Air Force Academy, and that's another chance to, represent the country.
Iowa State was like the best one to come around, and so I took my visit, and it was just an awesome atmosphere.
Well, I'm excited. I'm committed to the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, hotty toddy, but I'm really excited, to sign. I always wanted to give me a football scholarship, and I got it, so it's a blessing.
I mean, high school is a little different because not everyone's going D1, everyone's not like the best athlete, but here everyone's trying to push each other, make each other better. I'm going to the University of Colorado. I think it's going to be good.
Surreal, to make the dream a reality. It's really special. But going to Kansas State University and joining the family there.
Out of the 49 players on Team USA, 14 called the Lone Star State home. You could say Texas pride was on the line.
We was on the bus, and I can't remember who was talking, but I think they were saying Florida is the home of football. But us Texas boys, we ain't trying to hear that.
Well, I think Texas represents as well as anybody in the nation. And again, that's a product of going back to the amount of kids playing high school football in this state when you consider the thousands playing football and only a few hundred across the country can sign national letters of intent. To see a large amount of those come from the state of Texas, I think it's emblematic of the level, the caliber, the quality of football played in the state.
17 of the 23 players that were recruited by Oklahoma State played high school football in Texas, including 6'2", 195-pound defensive back Derek Robertson out of Killeen. He made a splash with Team USA.
Well, I'm going to Oklahoma State. It's just amazing to show what a coach can do, and if he gets the right group of players who have the right attitudes and what he can do with those players.
Perhaps it was the line where the Pokes got even better on signing day with a couple of Team USA hosses like 6'3", 277-pound defensive lineman Vincent Taylor from San Antonio Madison and fellow defensive lineman 6'2", 310-pound Ben Hughes out of Waco University signing with Oak State. Oregon State also fared well in the Lone Star State, picking up 4 players, including 3 in Central Texas. Waco Midway receiver Hunter Jarman is coming to Corvallis, as is Lawrence Madison of Smithson Valley, who had close to 3,400 yards rushing and 53 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons with the Rangers. A couple of Team USA players from Texas also signed with the Beavers, including Daryl Sanji from Pflugerville Connolly and New Boston running back Damian Haskins, who had a TD against the World Team in a 42-10 win for Team USA in Austin.
Damian Haskins.
Out of all my decisions, I just thought that was the right fit for me. I like the area and the coaches and the people around there, so it was pretty easy.
Texas and Texas A&M were not represented in the International Bowl, but both had plenty of players in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl down in San Antonio. Sealy star recruit Ricky Seals-Jones, who stands 6'5" and is a strong 225, can also play multiple positions, including the receiver position. RSJ should be a prime target for Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel.
I'm committed to Texas A&M, and I'm just ready to get out there, compete for my spot, and just ball out there. The A&M offense is going to be clicking.
Defensively, the Aggies got better with Westfield signee Hardrick Walker and defensive end Deshaun Hall of Lancaster, who was a late signing surprise, switching to Texas A&M from Washington. Defensive lineman Isaiah Golden of Carthage, Justin Manning out of Kimball, along with defensive back Cameron Miles out of West Mesquite, made an impact on the U.S. Army All-American Bowl in the Alamo City, and all are headed to College Station.
Texas A&M, close to home, best place to be. 12th man, the fans, the coaches, Coach Price. I just can't wait to get down there.
The Texas Longhorns 15-player signing class was its smallest since 2005, when the Horns signed a 14-player class, including Colt McCoy, Jamal Charles, and Henry Melton, who are all in the NFL, by the way. 6'5" white right quarterback Tyrone Swoops might fight for playing time and his targets to throw to, like Ja'Cory Warwick out of Cy Falls and Dallas Jesuit receiver Jake Oliver, who is now the all-time leading receiver in Texas high school football history. Both will fit in nicely for the Horns' new no-huddle offense.
I ended up beating Jordan Shipley's record, which is the best receiver to ever come through Texas, in my opinion. and my role model.
Bastrop defensive back Antoine Davis has the duties of covering these receivers, but might make a statement early on in special teams at UT after blocking a field goal in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl.
1.5 field goal block, maybe 2, because I got a piece of that other one too. I mean, I felt like I was a huge contributor on special teams type area.
Cypress Woods linebacker DeAndre Davis for the West squad is going to be headed to the University of Texas. He committed to Mack Brown and the Longhorns early on and is excited about playing close to home in Austin.
It's a great experience, you know, being able to go to the University of Texas. You know, it's a great school with great players, great coaches. It's a great atmosphere, and I can't wait.
The Horns got much better on the offensive line with Jake Rollerson out of Salina. He's a prized recruit and a big hit with the fans in San Antonio after tossing his gear into the Alamo Dome crowd.
It's a huge blessing to be out here in front of all the troops. I mean, it was a huge honor to play in front of them. They do so much for us, and this is the best game in America for high school football.
Oklahoma did not have any players in either All-Star game along I-35, but are just ahead of Texas in the Big 12 recruiting battle with the signing of players like Cy Ranch running back Keith Ford, Colleyville Heritage quarterback Cody Thomas, who might play baseball, by the way, Katy defensive lineman Matt Diamond, Lancaster cornerback Dakota Austin, plus A-Leaf Taylor defensive end Obanaya Okoronkwo, who had a lot of competition on his own defensive line in high school. Baylor and Texas Tech also had good recruiting classes. The Bears were ranked 25th nationally according to Scout.com and 4th in the Big 12, led by 4-star defensive lineman Andrew Billings from Waco High School. The Red Raiders picked up Leander quarterback Caleb Woodward, who is a do-it-all kind of athlete and is one of 14 Lone Star commitments for Texas Tech out of the class of 23 for new head coach Cliff Kingsbury.
Go to Tech on June 4th running, hit the ground running, and just hit the weights, get faster, and hopefully see the field my freshman year.
That's a wrap from Central Texas. Jeff Power, Max Prep Sports, your leader in online sports coverage.